Today I'm going to start with black paint from Wise Owl and salt wash. Salt wash is a paint additive that we're just going to mix in our paint to give it some texture. Now, we are on the next part of our video, and this is the part where you decide what type of finish you want to put on your piece of furniture. And I'm going to do a little texture, as this is going to help me with some of this imperfections in my surface after pulling up the old veneer, and even some of the veneer is still there. But you most certainly can do just another coat of paint. I'm going to use the salt wash to fill in some chipped veneer. I'm going to use it to fill in a little tiny holes where some molding had been lifted, one on each side of the cabinet. And then I'm going to just create texture throughout my project. And I do this by taking a chip brush, just a cheap brush that you get from any hardware store, usually like a True Value or something, and you put the salt wash on it and you just do a dabbing motion. And it's going to create texture. And this masks especially pieces that you know you're not going to get a glossy, smooth finish. So you just kind of run with it. So I put the salt wash around up in all the molding and everything. And now I'm going to take another chip brush, a little bit of Antique Villa. And of course, this is after 24 hours of the salt wash drying. And I'm going to do this dusting motion. And this is called dry brushing. And when I dry brush, I'm focusing on any of the raised detail, any of the trim. And right now you can see a little bit of salt wash that's right up in that high corner. You can see that little dab. And we're going to get really close so you can see what I'm talking about, the kind of look you get. But see, I'm just hitting, I'm hitting the detail, the size, and you see how the white is grabbing to the surfaces. So I'm going to continue allowing this white to grab along all the edges and trim, and I'm doing a more lighter dust on the flat surfaces. And as you can see, the results I'm getting is that the molding and the trim and the edges are going to pop. It's kind of like trimming it out. Now the side panels in the door, I'm just doing a dusting of the white. It's going to look a little stripy, but we can go back with black paint and tone that down. Now remember, this is just a very little bit amount of paint on this chip brush, and I have the paper plate to unload excess paint. So it's a very, very little amount of paint on your brush. Now this is going to begin to look very stripy. I really want to get the white heavy around the edges, and I'm just dusting the flat surfaces, as we are going to be going back in with black paint to balance everything out. I often go back and forth with the white and the black until I get the desired look that I'm looking for. So now we're going to fix the door. So me and Jamie flipped it over and we are removing the glass panel, as this was not installed properly. It was not the original glass. And we gave the inside of the door a quick painting. Now we decided to go with chicken wire. You can get this chicken wire, I believe, at Michael's. We got this at a local flower store, and we like it because it almost already has some antiqued white paint on it. It looks very rustic. But anyway, I'm going to have Jamie drop a link on this hand stapler that we used to staple it to the back of the door. And this door is going to need some additional work, but I'm not going to concentrate on that in this video. So now I'm taking some black. We did replace the door, and now I'm taking some black in with the dry brushing, just like we did the white, just to balance out the cabinet so that it doesn't look stripey. I don't know other word to use it. The white gets a little excessive. So you kind of want to go in and balance it out. And I try to keep the white around the edges and the black in the centers is the only way I can really explain it. So here you go, guys. We're getting to the end. Next is going to be a top coat. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to go see the other tutorials through this process, go check us out on YouTube or our webpage, chalkitupfancy.com. For any paint products or brushes, chalkitupfancy.com. And we will provide a link for Salt Wash if you're interested. Thank you.